Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper. Today I'd like to welcome you back to the Lands of Light right here, playing some Battle Brothers of the Light's Crusaders. Oh, I did an intro correctly. It's amazing. What a great day to be alive. Some of you are probably noticing that I have teleported into the future since the ending of last episode. That's because my recording was only half finished on my previous session, the one that didn't get uploaded, because my hard drive was full, and I didn't notice it wasn't recording after a while, because it doesn't tell me. It was great. Really great. I mean, it's my fault, really. I should have really checked before I started recording again. But oh well, I've moved it on to another one. I say hard drive, it's fine. The storage space is an issue. Really need to move recording software to something a little less encumbersome when it comes to sort of the data usage. Don't know what I'm trying to say, don't know why I'm stuttering, but anyway, hello, welcome. I'll have a quick rendition of what we did last session. We came over to Streakmore, bought ourselves a bunch of peat to do a little bit of trading. So as you can see right here, it's worth 100 gold. We bought it for 111. And right here, in fact, we can sell it for a significant amount of money, being 126. So we will make a slight increase in profit, about 25 gold right there, which is pretty good. You know, I feel like I could probably sell it for a little bit more. I don't know if I'm getting greedy there. I probably am. We have a quick look on tools. We do need some tools, in fact. So we might want to make our way over to a destination that has an iron mine. Oh, yeah, okay. Over there with the iron vein would be quite nice. Now, peat is supposedly used as a fuel source. As you can see right there, used as a fuel. So I'm assuming places that have a burner of some sorts, probably all the way down here, in fact. Yeah, we've got some ore smelters and also a workshop. I feel like Dunsfast would probably purchase the peat for a significant amount of money, or maybe even over here, I believe. Yeah, they got some ore smelters at Heldenfast. But to tell you what, I like the idea of making my way over to Fredwald right here, because we have these free camps that we've been looking at for quite some time, and they are littering the map with indecency, and I don't like the idea of that. They're right next to the Wide Watch. So I feel like having a quick gander in that direction, seeing what we can find, and then maybe we're making our way down to Dunsfast and selling some of this peat, as well as purchasing ourselves some new tools, although to be honest, that's quite the distance. We do have to do a significant amount of repair work as well, because I did fight a rather large group of ghouls. Not really called ghouls, but I'm calling them ghouls. There's about 14 of them. We got ourselves a good amount of teeth as well, although for some reason we didn't get... I mean, I suppose there's 3 of them right there, you know, 3 of them in the menu. Apparently they're worth 100 gold, which is quite odd, really, considering I believe they only sell for a very minute amount. Hold on a second. Where am I going here? There we go. 18. They only sell for 18. Then again, I do believe they say they're good for witches' huts. So I don't know if there's a random event or if there's some sort of... There's a trapper, there's a pig farm. Over here we have ourselves a gatherer's hut. Maybe they would purchase the fangs. Can find berries, roots, and other things. Although not the most delicious, it can keep a man fed. What about over here? They got all smelters over here as well. I don't know if the big places, or the small places even, would purchase them for a lot of money. Over here, we got anything going on? Ooh, a blast furnace. Blast furnace reduces the blazing temperatures needed to make the most durable of metal alloys. Handily, armor smiths will use these alloys to create sturdy armor in the nearest settlements. You know what? Going over here might be better. I feel like the blast furnace would probably be something that would use more fuel than the ore smelters. Or at least, I feel like it would use peat. Over here, a fishing hut. Not necessarily what I'm looking for. I mean, then again, we don't really go in this direction too often. We're usually always down here. So maybe it's a good idea to just sort of have a quick journey to see what we can find. Maybe we'll find some adversaries in the process. See if we can dispatch them. I might also add, I do believe I had a fight with some bandits somewhere over here. I can't remember where, though. For some reason, my memory eludes me. But we did fight a few bandits. I don't think it was much, but we did get some extra coifs, I think. Well, we got extra bits of everything. We are also quite kitted out. We got some axes, we got some maces, we got some arrows as well. Something else we need to do is really just kit out our pole armors at the back with some ranged weaponry. It doesn't have to be amazing, but just giving them the ranged potential, I think, would be quite significant, considering, well, they don't use much of anything until they get to until they get closer. They pretty much do nothing, and it would also give us a sort of range advantage against our opponents. We are having a few issues when it comes to dealing with ranged enemies, We also came up here to get ourselves a new archer. Now, there is a hunter right here, which I really want to grab. And I really think I will. It's a lot of money, that's the problem. And I believe we... Oh, and also, not to mention he has extremely high daily wages, which I don't like at all. But they might be worth it, just because they are a unique bowman. But then again, the issue arises where I like the idea of our bowmen not necessarily being full-time bowmen, but being pole armors that draw the enemy close to us because of the range superiority, and then switch to the pole arms and start fighting. I think I prefer that, to be honest, rather than having them be sort of range specific. But we can still give them ranged weaponry. So we can put this in here, and we can give them the quiver and arrow. So we're probably going to give it to Usk. Usk or Marius? You know what, Marius could definitely use one, because he's already got a fairly decent sort of skill. And I think we're going to start them off with the bow and arrow as well. And then switch them over later on. So you know what, I'm not going to... Then again, Usk, you also have a pretty good range stat. We need to buy ourselves another quiver, in fact. Maybe even another bow. Now, they're quite expensive. The crossbow might be quite good, actually. I'll tell you what, we'll buy a quiver of arrows, because we are going to need one of them. And we will give it to Nelria. I mean, they got fairly decent sort of range stats. We will give you the short bow, however, which is not amazing, but it's something to give. Nelria can hold on to that, and if I can find where the quiver is, there we go. So that's good. Now, as for Usk, I would say you're more better off than Ulfert right here, although we still want to give Ulfert a ranged weapon, so I think we're going to do that as well. I mean, there's no point not giving them all ranged weaponry, I suppose. I don't know why I'm just thinking, oh, we should just have 3 of them. Really, we could just give them all ranged weapons, and it might work out, it might not. But like I said, it's mostly to sort of get that ranged advantage against our opponents. Now, the 2 with the best skill should really have the better bow, the hunting bow. And it looks like it is Marius and Usk. I think I'm going to move Marius onto this side, just to... In fact, we'll move on to the inner side. I mean, it's just to keep it orderly. There's no point keeping it orderly, no. The people closest to the center should be the strongest when it comes to using their 2-handed weaponry. They're also getting quite close to leveling up, however, we're probably going to still go for the berserk skill on Usk, and I think Nelria as well, yes, once they level up. Ulfert and Marius, I think, will probably end up picking up a ranged skill, however. And then they will go for berserk. I don't know what we picked for these. Yeah, okay, we just picked the gifted perk. Oh no, gifted, you've got 45 mind, of course. And also, yeah, you're Usk, so you do have better sort of... I mean, we do nothing for 7 minutes here, right? Well, I feel like we're kitted out. I don't want to sit around doing nothing forever. Let's quickly buy some food. Ooh, not great. It's not a great amount of food around here, is there? Suppose we can buy this bread? Yeah, I suppose we can buy the bread. I am going to keep a hold of the peat, and I'm pretty much okay with carrying everything else other than those 2. And you know, I don't care for the dagger and these low-level spears. Well, we can keep the low-level spears in case we want to have some sort of unique front line set up. Ooh, that's a really cheap hunting bow. Probably want to grab that. I think I will. What is, it's quite significant. I mean, it's got a further fatigue penalty, which is not nice. But it's slightly more effective against armor, and the damage goes up by 10 on both sides. I think I'll grab that. And we will give it to Nelria, because I think you're the next best. 27, yeah, 30. So all of you are pretty much 30, getting close to 40. So we might start increasing their ranged advantage as well as their melee skill. So their range and melee skill should go up, and that will be quite nice. And then eventually we'll hopefully find you a hunting bow as well, Ulfert. But for now, pretty much okay. Have you all got quivers? Yeah, they need to be filled up, but they will be, I think, because we have substantial amount of ammunition. Let's make our way down before we do that. We got any quests? No, we don't. Okay. Oh, I think the fight was over here, actually. Maybe. Yeah, that might have been where the fight was. I don't know if it was part of a quest. Whoa. You come across a man who is weak and weary. He explains that he has been searching for his lost dog, but that he's just about given up. Before he heads home, he wonders quite loudly if maybe a night's rest in your company could help him find the energy to seek out his mutt for one more day. Join us in the campfire. Interesting. No, something happened, okay. I was waiting for some sort of buff. But apparently not. Oh well. Hopefully they didn't eat too much of our food. So as I said, tools are a bit of an issue right now. We do have a significant amount of damage to our armor. So hopefully we can... Ooh, we've got a quest. Oh no. Marauding greenskins. Don't know if I want to do that quest. I'm not really ready for that. However, they do have an iron vein, so we're going to camp out. Because we do want to buy ourselves some gear. We don't want to camp out for too long, however. I mean, we can. I think we have medical supply. Yeah, we got to do some medicine stuff, so there's no point. Let's see. Those are really cheap tools. Yeah, we could definitely buy some of them. Ooh, they've also got some copper ingots. Now, unfortunately, they don't buy the peat for very much, but I think I will buy these ingots. They are worth... Oh, wow. Okay. They're worth 220 gold. We can buy them for a good amount less. So we should make a good profit on these. I'm going to purchase them. We are getting a bit low on money, which is not ideal. These are selling for a significant amount more now as well, which is quite nice. We could probably sell an axe. I don't know. I like these axes a lot. Let's sell the flails. I don't need those. And I think I will also sell the double-handed weapon. I could sell this bow. I don't need that. I think we're good. How many days have we got? 3 more days? I would say that's alright. We won't be able to repair all of our gear, but we should be okay. Now, they've got some marauding greenskins nearby. We're going to make our way down here and see what's going on with these. Unfortunately, they couldn't sell too many tools. You know what? We could go over there as well just to see what's up. Actually, I think I've already looked over there. Well, you know what? They might buy the copper. I don't know. Well, no, they definitely won't. They haven't got the facilities that would require it. Oh, I did say I was going to go over here, didn't I? But I completely forgot. Yeah. I just took my original idea and was like, yeah, just do that. Screw it. We're going to go through these Speedwell fields. The fields of Speedwell. Good. Just going to reiterate that. Alright, then. They do have a quest. They don't have any down buffs. Let's see what's in the market square. Ooh, that peat sells for a hell of a lot more here. Oh, nice. The copper also sells for a significant amount. We can get a little bit of extra money out of that copper. Really surprised they would purchase it here, though, to be honest. I feel like we would probably have more luck going down into Dunsfast, since they do have a ore smelter. Yeah, I may still do that. However, the peat does sell for a good amount of money here, which is very surprising. So I might make the great journey down and do some more trading. Not to mention the teeth also sell for a lot more. We got anything in here that we would want to take? Not really. Although the kettle helmets, I think, would be quite advantageous. What about tools? Ooh, it's not bad. But tools tend to be much cheaper in areas that have iron veins or some sort of vein. Copper or iron vein. Like up here. I don't think we have one over there. Need to do some searching as well. Oh yeah, also to mention, we have a new ambition. We need to destroy 4 undead camps, which I'm looking forward to doing. Very much an RP chosen ambition. I think we're fine here. We don't need to hire anyone, if we could afford them. Jester, militia. Oh, squire. You're a fairly cheap squire. We really should start picking some of these, I was going to say creatures, these characters soon to fill up our roster. We still need one more to fill it up, and then we can have the rest in the camps. It would be a great idea, especially if we want to sort of maximize our sort of damage output. Considering some might be better against certain enemy types, others might be better against, you know, we can make a green skin team, or we can make a undead team, even though we're all the undead team. Against the undead, not for the undead. Want to specify that. Going through the swamps right here. We've already used all of our tools, which is quite interesting. Oh, they also have a herbalist grove. Oh, there we go. I think that's what we need. All kinds of medical plants and roots. Okay, so this is the kind of thing where I feel like we might be able to sell the teeth for a good amount of money. They have greenskins around here, unfortunately. We can have a quick gander at the quest. Ooh, okay. It wasn't cheap. You're supposed to enjoy it. You shrug. Sorry, I can't. Merchant frowns at his desk. Caravan guard. Let's talk money. 80 crowns. Another 310 when the job is done. I accept your offer. So let's see. You want to go to Termwant northeast. Need some time to think about this. Yeah, where is that? You want to go all the way over there for that much money? That's quite a lot of money, considering. I might go down to Dunsfast and then come back up. Or not do it at all. How much time do I have to think about this? Can I just leave for a few days and come back? Is that how it works? It could be a great way for me to test that out. I'd rather... Although I think it acts as sort of an ongoing contract. That's not much money for how far you have to travel. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Alright, we will camp out, however. Greenskins are definitely marauding these parts. Is that a lumber camp? I didn't know you could get lumber camps. It's a cool lumber camp, though. Alright, not much in this place, apparently. So we can sell the teeth for less money, unfortunately. Oh, that is a very cheap hand axe. Still can't afford it, but it's still rather cheap considering. Let's buy the cured venison. And other than that, we can't really afford too much. Yeah, we should just keep going. Tools, however, not very good, and also the ingots don't sell for an amazing amount, nor the peat. We know where to go, however, if we want to sell them. Alright, so we're going to make our way through here to see if we can get to Dunsfast really quickly. Oh, some bandits seem to have left their camp here. Some brigand thugs, a brigand raider. Ooh, that's pretty easy. We could probably deal with that fairly easily. What are we looking right now? I like the idea of testing out some of our combatants. And you know what? We haven't done any fighting yet. We're already 50 minutes in. Harris has leveled up. Huh. completely missed that, apparently. Let's increase your melee defense. +3 is quite nice. I think your resolve could also go up a little bit more. Or initiative. I do believe you have the dodge skill. So you know what? More initiative basically means more melee defense. So we'll do that. What kind of perks do you need? That's a good point. Someone to go for the mace might be quite nice. It's a 100% chance to stun the target if not immune. 100% chance is so good. Then again, you do have the axe. We could just have you sort of change weapons in one turn. Where is it? It's one of these. Yeah, quick hands. Looking for this. Swapping items in battle becomes a free action with no action points cost once every turn. Which is pretty good, considering I have Harris using a two-handed axe. But then again, I find that it's not that great. The shield expert would be quite nice. So the shield defense bonus increased by 25%. This also applies to the additional defense bonus to the shield wall skill. Additionally, shield damage received is reduced by 50% to a minimum of 1. Yeah, the shield expert I think would be a good idea, just increasing their defense a hell of a lot more. Fatigue is a big problem in our company at the moment, which is pretty much why I've got swords for all of them. I mean, having axes is nice, but it tends to be a huge fatigue issue. We will swap them off to axes, though. Although we might have 2 of them use shields, but destroying their shields, or destroying the enemy shields even, would be quite handy. So the shield defense bonus is increased by 25%. You know what? I think we should take it. Additionally, shield damage received is reduced by 50 to a minimum of 1, which is quite good. There we go. We go for slight bonuses on both of them, which is quite nice. And we might end up giving all of our front line that ability now. I mean, having the swords mastery is quite nice. Really, axe mastery to get rid of that fatigue penalty. The split shields damage is increased by 50. It's not bad. Berserk, though, is definitely the big one coming up next for some of our combatants. Now, we are going to be dealing with some brigand thugs and a few brigand raiders, and they are going to be charging in our direction. So what kind of weaponry do we want? Do we want the spears? Do we want to keep them back? Do we want to prod them? Or do we want to just sort of give everyone an axe and break all of the enemy shields? I feel like just breaking some shields. I like the idea of that. Tell you what, though, Jared has done a much better job with a sword in his lifetime. Maybe the three at the front should have axes. And then we can have Icarus. I don't think the 3 at the front. No, we should split the axes around a little bit. There we go. Not to mention Lombardo's also leveled up. Completely missed that again. Let's go for the melee defense. It's always a good thing to go for. Let's go for more fatigue. And, you know, only the +1 on melee skill, which is not ideal. You have a really high range skill, which is quite interesting. Increased resolve. No, I think increased initiative is always good because of the dodge skill. What kind of things do you want here? Reach advantage. No. Overwhelm. Now overwhelm is something that we keep getting overwhelmed by when it comes to dealing with some enemies. And I think this might be a really good one to take. So with every attack, hit or miss against an opponent that acts after you in the current round, inflict the overwhelmed status effect, which lowers both melee skill and range skill by 10 for 1 turn. So this acts if the opponent acts after Lombardo. So that's not really that great because his initiative is quite low. If he did have higher initiative, at the moment it's only 36, which is really bad. I don't know if that's being lowered because of the armor that he's wearing. It probably is. The lighter your armor, the greater your initiative. We may just want to go for shield expert then, because that is also just a great ability, and especially with the plus 25 range defense. Definitely going to make them more potent. Yeah, I think we go for that instead. Recover might be interesting. Or fancy footwork. To get out of the enemy's zone of control. So that he could just do another spear wall. Sort of reposition himself. Work best alone. Underdog. We've already got the spear. So let's just go for the shield. There we are. More slightly higher shield bonuses. Always quite nice to take. So we switched everyone to axes. We've got swords, 2 spears, and then everyone in the back has ranged weaponry and all their quivers are filled up. I'm looking forward to seeing how this works out, if it does work out. Engage! Go, Light Crusaders! Vanquish the darkness that surrounds us! So there are 8 of them, but they're all looking fairly weak, and already we can get a few shots off. So there's only an 18% chance, not to mention it's also raining. I mean, just the idea of going for a few pot shots is quite nice. So if we go for the 36% chance, probably miss a lot of them, but it's fine. You know, we get the ranged advantage, which is going to push them up, which is always nice. A big problem I think I'm having lately is our company has very low initiative, pretty much against everyone. See, even these fellas right here, our initiative is quite low. We really should continue to try and level that up as best as we can. So if we go for an aim, there's a good 36% chance right there for Nelria that I think we should take. Okay, we missed. That's fine. What about the one in the back? 15, 27. Then again, going for some pot shots can be quite nice, because even though it says 10% or 15%, you can still hit the enemies in the side. Does this use any fatigue? I don't think it does. Oh no, it does use fatigue. Quite a substantial amount, in fact. You can stay here, Jared. We are going to move up Harris. Harris or Lombardo? Ooh, getting a bit close there. Mouse, I think you're still damaged, aren't you? Yeah, you don't have the greatest armor in the world, do you? Okay, well, it's fine. You can pretty much stay where you are, because they're going to move up and take a hit. That'll be about it. Edmund, you probably could move up. Then again, staying here doesn't really bother us too much. Gabu could go over here and use his spear wall to block them off on this side. So we could even angle them off here. In fact, Gabu is going to come up, but then again, I think that costs... We've got to jump down here, jump over here. This is grassland. Alright, okay then. So he probably won't be able to do that. We'll keep you there for now then. Meanwhile, Harris, you can move up and most probably use your shield wall right here, unless you can do a significant amount of damage. You can try and destroy their shields, which they only have 2 of, and you are going to be dealing with a few of them. Not to mention, only Icarus is around you to help deal with those shields. So we could go for that, but then again, you are going to get into a bit of a surround, so it's not the worst idea in the world just to increase your defensive capabilities. Let's see, Usk, probably just shoot for the one in the middle right here. Or move down and then do it. I like the idea of you moving down. Nice. Good amount of damage right there. So let's see. You can go up there and spear wall, which is exactly what I'm going to do. There we are. And then I think Lombardo is also going to do the same thing, just to help out Harris against any of these buggers that move down. As for Icarus, I think he could probably move up and take a swing on this guy. But then again, I like the idea of someone moving here to get their ass kicked, essentially. So I'm going to move Icarus down by 1. Alright, there we go. They're all moving. Now, Jared probably could move around the flank. He is going to have to deal with this little bugger, though, which isn't great. So he could even move up here. But I think he might be okay where he is. Mouse, you're going to move down. But I think you might even go for the spear wall here, just because some of them are going to get some hits on you if they both end up here. One I might even move over there, which isn't ideal. Mostly worried about his health. Just very worried about his health, you know, just generally speaking, really. And I think you will also go for the shield wall. So we're having a very defensive posture. We want to make sure they can't really capitalize on any positioning. So we're trying to cover all of our bases. There we are, hitting the shield right there on mouse. Ideal. Now we can move Jared down to try and take some hits, and exactly what we're going to do. Not too bad, getting some head damage right there. He's going to move right into the middle. Once again, Mouse's shield prevailing. Very, very good. Right, so this is when we swap our weapons out. Now, I don't know how bad this is going to be for us, because I'm pretty sure swapping out, that's 4 AP. So I'm pretty sure we can't really do anything with this once we swap out. I mean, that's 4. That takes us down to 5. So what we could do is take a shot and then swap a weapon. Okay, then. So we take a shot, then we swap our weapon out. Okay, because now they're close enough where we can pretty much use that to our advantage. And we've already used the ranged bonus, or they're walking around us here, which is quite interesting. I like this, though. I do like it. It means we could just move Gabu over to this hill. But it sort of stops them from sort of reinforcing their front line. So the same principle here, really. Take a shot, swap our weapon out. Nice. Good damage. Good damage. Swap a weapon out. There we are. Same thing, although... You want to go for the ones over here? I think we're fine with just shooting you. Ooh, nice. I'm starting to like arrows. It's pretty sweet. Alrighty then. We probably do want to destroy your shield because you're a pretty big individual. There we are. Good amount of damage right there. And I think Edmund can take a few hits on you. Let's see. Gabu, you can definitely move back with the shield wall. Or you can at least move down and then shield wall. Actually, I don't know if you can. Don't like your positioning, though, but you can't really move Edmund unless you kill this guy. So you may as well go for it. There we are. Huge damage. And let's see. We probably can hit you and then go for a shield wall again. But then again, they have a lot of targets. I feel like Harris already has a decent defensive advantage. So probably just taking out this guy's shield is the next best bet. There we are. 2 hits right there. Same principle once again. 31% chance. Not getting the hit, but that doesn't matter. Changing over to the glorious Lights Crusaders banner. And let's see. Now we can move up. And I think moving down here is the best idea. We've already distracted a good amount of their guard, well, a good amount of their forces. Now we can pretty much move up and try and take the flank with Lombardo. And let's see. Icarus still has a chance to hit as well, which is great. Do we want to swap them out? Icarus is more defensively capable than Harris. And this guy's probably still going to go for Harris. Harris is also quite low on the fatigue number. So you know what? I'm going to swap them up. There we go. We're probably going to go for you. Oh, I miss. Let's see. Jared. Oh, unfortunately, you're low on the fatigue. There we are. Not too bad. Let's see if this works out. Unfortunately, Mouse taking a hell of a lot of damage right there. Hitting the shield, thankfully. I don't know what it is about Mouse. He always takes so much damage. He is a damage pinata. Let's see. I kind of like the idea of just going for you. Let's go for it. Good amount of damage right there. Now they're moving up. Edmund's in not a great position, but missing the stun right there, which is ideal. Hopefully not going for a second stun. Doesn't go for it, but misses anyway. And you, hopefully he can kill you before he can do anything. Nice. Easy damage. Oh, getting the stun on Edmund. A lot of them have stun-based weaponry, don't they? Let's see. Your turn is coming up, so hopefully we can get the kill on you. Missing an 82% chance. Such is life. And 72, or I'm going to go for the 72. Huge damage. And let's see, which one of you is more potent? Probably you. Nice. Very good. Oh, Lombardo's taking a few hits, but not the end of the world. And Usk. 90 or a 6 or 8 or 85. I like the 85 because it will be on a more damaged opponent, but then again, you can't move anyway, so let's do it on you. Nice. Good kill right there from Usk. We're also going to go for the adrenaline so we can get this guy next turn before he can do anything. Well, attempt to get him. A few jabs. Not getting the kill, but very close. And Mouse. Ooh. Very scary. Very, very scary. Getting the miss. And let's see. Harris. Nearly getting the kill. So close. All right. You're able to move up. Get the surround on him. I think he's fleeing. Yeah, he's fleeing. Good. All right. So we can move Nelia up. I should have given him adrenaline, really. I can give you adrenaline, yeah, because it will give you the ability to move up and then take a hit. Not take a hit, but hit someone. I just want to hit somebody. Alright, so move up. I like the idea of trying to go for you. But then again, these ones are quite scary. I think we'll go for you. The miss, not great. 95% chance right there. Huge damage. Ooh, okay then. We'll go for the one that's fleeing. Hopefully Mouse doesn't get killed in this positioning here. Oh, a hit. Nice! 9 lives, saving the life of Mouse right there. Fantastic. It's a great skill. Alright, Icarus. Let's have you move up behind this one. Hopefully draw some fire away from Harris. Do the same thing with Jared as well. This guy is now fleeing. Ooh, Jared taking a good amount of damage there. Ooh, another stun on Edmund. Need to give him the... Is there an ability that stops people from getting stunned? I don't think there is. He's now fleeing. Edmund's turn is passed. And Harris can move up. I'm pretty sure I just moved Mouse. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. It's not really the best idea in the world. We're going to move them around here. So that hopefully, when this one starts running off, we will get him. Oh. That grunting right there from Jared. It happens, it happens. Sometimes we get tired. Nice. Now he's fleeing. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay then. Jared, see if you can get the kill. Nearly. Very close. Ulfert. Nice. Good job, everyone. Good job. That was a very clean fight. We've got a good amount of money. We've got some amber shards. A little bit of tools. Some food. And a hell of a lot of bludgeons, which should hopefully sell for a decent amount of money. Fantastic. The statistics right here, as you can see. Who got the most kills? Everyone seemed to have distributed their kills fairly well. Mouse, once again, is a tank. He is an absolute legend of a tank. We should just give him more defensive capabilities. Any level ups? Jared right there did get the level up. Let's see what we can give him. You already have really high resolve. I don't think I need to give you any more. If anything, just more initiative, more melee defense, and probably more fatigue. There we are. A good spread of abilities. Anything else that we would like to give you? I think you don't have a shield right now, no. So giving you a shield ability would be quite advantageous. Again, we're just giving everyone a shield. Then again, hold out is quite nice. Keep it together. Any injuries freshly suffered keep effect only after the combat ends, which is really good. Especially if you're Mouse and you've got all of these downsides. I mean, 40%. Minus 40% damage inflicted. Mouse, you're going in here, buddy. You can't survive. Ooh. So much impairments. Now, the Brawny can be quite nice, although I feel like I did take it a little bit too early for Icarus right here. It's a nice ability. It did give him a few extra hits. Tell you what I do like, though. I do think us going full axes was a bad idea. 2 people having swords seems to have really helped out when it comes to our damage output. I do want to go for the shield expert, however, because it seems like a really good ability. Now let's give you the shield, or give you a shield. There we are. Do we go for this one instead? Everyone having this kind of shield would be quite nice. But then again, we don't really need to do that unless we go up against ranged opponents. Something else to remember, isn't it? But then again, we have to remember, if it's a raider, they are also still quite good. The kite shield is still quite good. Because it will offer defense against their throwing weapons. Do we have a better weapon than this? No. The arming swords are pretty much the best that we have right now. Let's keep this all orderly. I wonder if the amber... Where's the amber sell? Traders will pay good coin. Necklaces and rings. So probably just in a big city, they'd probably sell for a good amount of money. So there we are. So eventually we can get the Berserk for... I don't think we'll get the Berserk for any of those. What about Headhunter? Go over the head, gain 50% chance to hit the head for critical damage. Each time you hit the body. Bonus to reset upon hitting the head. Okay. Nimble. The chance to receive only a glancing hit scales between 100 with no penalty to maximum fatigue and 0% at 50 or more penalty to maximum fatigue. The lighter your armor and weapons, the more you benefit. Or Battle Forged. Specialized in heavy armor, armor damage taken is reduced by a percentage equal to 5% of the total armor value of both body and head armor. The heavier your armor and the helmet, the more you benefit. Definitely going to go for Battle Forged on our frontline forces right here. Probably not great for Harris. He still has a fairly low level chest armor, but I think it's pretty much okay to just go for that for now. As for our healing, what do we need? We've got the supplies necessarily. Mostly tools, it's going to be an issue. We've taken out one of the free camps. So what I think we should do is make our way over to Dunsfast. Make our way to Dunsfast, sell a couple goods, and then maybe make our way over to this abandoned hut and see if we can do anything about that. That was an extremely good engagement, and I hope we can emulate that again with the other hut. The one I'm worrying about, however, is the Red Eagle's Den, which shall be what will probably destabilize the bandit groups inside this region. The Lights Crusaders have done a very good job today. A clean fight, well prepared. And only a few minor injuries. Well, mostly Mouse. Mouse, rest his soul, even though he's not dead yet. But I just feel like he's died about 7 times at this point. He's been saved by 9 lives, I think 3 times. Which proves just how potent the ability is. But it's also one of those abilities where you're like, do I really want to use this? Or, well, is it something that I want to be in a... Well, let me start again. Do I want to be in a situation where I want this to save me? It's that kind of thing. Sometimes you can't help it. So here we are. We've made it. How much can we sell things for? Ooh, not as much as I was expecting. Not as much as I was expecting at all, in fact. I probably will still sell the iron ingots, because money right now is kind of a dire situation. We won't be able to get as much of a benefit from it. But then again, we probably can make our way up, and then again, what have we got? 2 days? We got 2 days. We can probably make our way back to Schnellmark and sell the goods for a much higher price. Over here was a little bit of a disappointment. How are weapons looking? Whoa. The Butcher's Vengeance. That is a very beautiful looking weapon. Teeth also don't sell for too much. They didn't sell for much when we had the Witch's Hut as well, which is quite interesting. Or I didn't check. I probably didn't check. We don't really need these bludgeons since we have the maces, which I do believe are much better. So we're going to sell those. These arming swords sell for a lot of money, don't they? I think we're good. I think for now, we're pretty good. We are probably going to buy ourselves some more tools, however. They're fairly expensive, but I don't mind going for it. And we have 1 more day to go. Food is also not looking insanely bad, so I'm okay with that. I'm going to say we sell this and the nasal helmet. Just to have a little bit of extra money. Tell you what, well, I might also sell... I'll sell the busted falchion. There we go. And also this axe. Oh, and definitely this and the pick. I think that's much better, yeah. Much, much better. As for these spears, we'll keep a hold of them for now. And Mouse, you can just stay there, bud. Because you've been through a lot of hardship lately. And not to mention, have we given everyone a shield? Yeah, we have. Oh, well, Jared has the new and improved shield, which, questioning whether or not that's a good idea, but we have to remember the sword fatigue penalty is only 10, whereas with the axe it is 13, which, you know, every 2 hits, that's an extra 6 fatigue. On top of, if you compare it. Now, we won't have all the tools we require to repair all of our armor, but we only need 5 more. We will only need 5 more. So it's not the end of the world. But there we are, ladies and gentlemen. A very successful mission today, making our way over from Hagamoose to the free world area to try and do a little bit of trading. We killed a bandit camp in the process. A very successful fight. Hopefully we can find ourselves some more undead camps. We might even want to go for this one on our way over, but I don't know if I will. We will have a quick gander, but undead camps with skeletons tend to be quite hard because of their ridiculous shield potential, their shield capabilities. It can be quite difficult to fight. But there we are. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe with that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter for updates on my channel and Twitch for live streams. I've been the Innkeeper. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye-bye.